Imagine a man who witnessed the rise and fall of empires, who lived through centuries of wars, dynasties, and revolutions, and yet remained alive long after everyone around him had turned to dust. According to official records, such a man may have existed. Li Ching-Yuen, the so-called immortal of China, who is said to have lived for more than 200 years. Before we unravel his extraordinary tale, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Think Again, where history's greatest mysteries and strangest stories come alive. Li Ching-Yuen's story begins in Sichuan province, China. Born, according to some records, in 1677, he reportedly lived until 1933. If true, that would make him 256 years old at the time of his death. The first written accounts of Li surfaced in the early 20th century. In 1930, the New York Times published an article citing old imperial records that mentioned him. One such document, supposedly from 1827, congratulated Li on his 150th birthday. Another, from 1877, praised him for reaching 200 years. But who was this man? Li Ching-Yuen was described as an herbalist, a martial artist, and a practitioner of traditional Chinese medicine. He traveled extensively in his early years, gathering herbs and rare plants, then later taught martial arts and philosophy to students. Witnesses described him as a man of unusual vitality. He supposedly married more than 20 times and fathered over 200 children across his long life. By the time of his death, he was said to have outlived generations of his own descendants. His secret, according to stories, was his lifestyle. Li claimed his longevity came from a diet of wild herbs, such as lingzhi mushrooms, goji berries, and ginseng, combined with meditation, breathing exercises, and a calm state of mind. His motto was simple: keep a quiet heart, sit like a tortoise, walk sprightly like a pigeon, and sleep like a dog. Still, the claims seem almost impossible. Could anyone really live that long? Historians are divided. Skeptics argue that his age was greatly exaggerated. In rural China, where birth records were often poorly kept, it was not unusual for elders to claim far more years than they had actually lived. Some believe Li may have been closer to 100, or perhaps 120, still remarkable, but far less than 256. Others point to the imperial records as possible evidence. If those documents are genuine, then Li's story cannot be dismissed so easily. After all, why would the government of two different dynasties honor the same man across such long spans of time? There is also speculation that Li Ching-Yuen may not have been a single man at all, but rather a title passed down through generations of herbalists in the same family, creating the illusion of one immortal figure. And then there are those who believe, some Taoist practitioners, argue that Li mastered the secrets of Qigong and herbal medicine so profoundly that he slowed down the aging process, reaching an age no modern science can explain. When Li Ching-Yuen died in 1933, it is said that his last words to his students were, "I have done all that I had to do in this world. I am going home." Even his death was shrouded in mystery. No official autopsy was ever performed, and his supposed 256 years remain unverified. But the legend endures. Was he truly a man who lived through centuries, walking quietly through history as dynasties rose and fell? Or was he simply a man of unusual health, whose story grew larger with every retelling? Whether Li Ching-Yuen lived 256 years or merely 120, his tale challenges our understanding of human life and longevity. It asks a question we still cannot answer. What is the true limit of the human body? Perhaps science will one day unlock the secrets Li claimed to know. But until then, his story remains a reminder that sometimes the line between myth and reality is thinner than we think. And maybe, just maybe, when it comes to the man who lived more than 250 years, we all need to think again.